Hello, for general musicians, I guess. This is not a video about the Vola, whatever it's called, bass. It's just in the video. This is a video about one of the most boring things you can buy, a DI box. Because a DI box doesn't make a sound. And anything that doesn't make a sound doesn't make us really interested in it, and we can't get it and then play with it and have fun and be inspired, and it makes us play differently. In its ideal incarnation, the DI box is just there and gives us the best possible translation from our instrument, whether it'll be an acoustic guitar, a bass, which is what we're going to show today, keyboards, some kind of floor modeler, anything really that doesn't have a balanced signal, and gives us the best possible representation of that into a recording medium or on stage. What the hell am I talking about? You're asking. This has an instrument signal. It's very, very small. If I want to get this to the front of house mixer, I will need to translate it into a microphone signal, which is different. That's how much tech I know. It's different. It's also noise reducing, canceling something, balanced. Balanced is 3 lines and non-balanced is 2. This has 2, this has 2, you want 3. And in that translation, you could lose things, but even more so buying cheap DI boxes, which is what I've done all my life. Behringer DI box, $39, fine. Buy 4, take it to the gig. They also die. It happens. So for us, buying a high-end DI box hurts, because it's the thing you buy because you kind of think you have to, but then it just doesn't make an extra sound. But it does make this sound better in the recording if you're running a studio, or to the people in the audience. On the table, I've got an m303 from Grace Design. Now, if you know what Grace Design means, that means it's the best shit out there when it comes to mic preamps and all that stuff. These are not inexpensive. The m303 is shiny, is blue, and is just a DI box, clocking in Germany at 390 euro. Ouch. Yes. And I've got 2, because I asked for 2, so that I could potentially have stereo sources like keyboards or modeler DI'd in the best freaking way possible. I'm very lucky that Grace Design and Evan Grace is a fan of the channel, and he wanted this to be featured here. I don't have the biggest problem pushing this on you, even though it doesn't make a sound. I can read stats to you, and I will put stats on the screen. I don't understand any of them. It's a peace of mind thing. Let me explain this very simply. DI box, I mean, let's first of all, I'll play some stuff. We look at some nice product shots that Leslie did just to, go somewhere else. And here we go. That was very clearly some of the worst bass playing you've ever heard and I've ever done. I don't know why I can play bass when the cameras are not rolling and then the cameras are rolling and I'm a noob. But that's fine. This thing is an active DI box. Doesn't have a battery, but you power it with phantom power, which is why this one right here has a green light on it, as our DI box camera can clearly show. I have to say, you take these out of the box. Oh, I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. Let's look at the really pretty box. Yeah, look, at $390, you expect the best of the best, period. You expect high-end shit, and you get the high-end shit. And you're taking it out, and you already feel that this is not a cheap toy that's gonna, give up on you. 5-year warranty. They stick to the quality that they provide. So you plug in the instrument here. If you want to go to an amp or whatever, you can. It's got a through. So then it just sends a signal to your pedal board, your amp, or whatever. But it's grabbing the signal right here. You can pad that if you want to. So if the signal's too hot, you can pad it down. It's galvanically isolated, I read. I don't know what any of this means. I have to kind of trust the snake oil here, honestly, because I don't know these things. Signal to noise, doohickeys. I'm a musician. I go, la, 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 la. What do I know? Which is really why I would want a good one, because I don't know. I gotta trust the thing to be the best that it can be. It's either isolated or it's grounded. Sometimes you might have hum issues, then you isolate it. And then the XLR goes to the front of house or your mixer or wherever. And that means you have longer cable runs possible to go directly with the passive bass. Now it's passive into the front of house. Literally passive, this is a very, very, very small signal, and you want to make sure that it arrives without any interference. Why would you want this high-end thing? I'll get to that after a couple of stats. Not all of them. I'll put more on the screen for the people that care. It's phantom-powered active DI with full galvanic isolation. Yet again, don't know what that means. Custom-wound Landau transformers, magnetically shielded high nickel core. All I know is that Landau, I've heard that before, stands for the highest end shit in the studio stuff. So that's where the price comes from. Ultra low distortion below flimmer and look it up. Ultra low noise. Ultra wide bandwidth 20 to 80K. 20 hertz to 80K. Wide dynamic range 124 dB. Excellent low frequency headroom, which is why I'm using a bass, but also an acoustic guitar in a sec. 1 m-ohm, 1 milliohm, 1 m-ohm, mega-ohm input. Why am I reading this? Peak indicator LED. If it gets too hot, there's a peaky LED in the middle. Power indicator, efficient design, only draws 4 milliamps of phantom power current. Through signal connector, full ESD and RFI protected. RFI, that's something with Bluetooth and shit. So that, I guess, electrostatic discharge, ESD. 13 dB on the pad, that's what I wanted to know. High quality gold contact toggle switches. Everything on this is ridiculously high end. I mean, come on, it's almost $400. Very rugged, blah, blah, blah. Why would you spend this much on something like this? Or on two? It's very simple. You have a high-end bass. This is a decent bass, but not super high-end. But you've spent your $4,000 on a very nice bass, or you have a Fodera for $12. Why in the world would you plug your $12,000 Fodera into any old black shit box that sits on the stage floor that whatever club owner didn't want the money spent on something high-endy, whatever he spent, that's what you plug into? You have yourself a Furch Rainbow Series custom guitar build, or a beautiful Taylor, or whatever. You have an amazing acoustic for loads of money. You're gonna go to the gig and trust their equipment? That makes no sense. Well, it makes sense because the bass and the guitar, they are the thing that you touch, they're the thing you interact with, and they are the inspiring thing. This is not that inspiring, or none at all. However, why would you have that super high-end gear and then trust whatever is there? If there even is something. Well, there should be. It makes sense if you have good shit to have good shit of the stuff that you don't care about. It's more painful to buy like a high-end cable. Okay? I use Sommer cable. These are not cheap, but you have good stuff, then you have to have the other good stuff to go along with it. And an M303 by Grace Design is such stuff. You have your amazing Eurorack analog synthesizer, and you spend thousands and thousands on every single piece of it. It needs a DI box. Why would you plug into any old thing? You're gonna go, especially with a low-end response that these maintain, you're gonna buy one of these, which costs as much as one of the modules, to make sure that your low-end arrives the way that it's supposed to. I have my bass plugged in here, into the other one. It's not padded. Doesn't make a difference right here because I don't have any issues. It's passive right now, and let's see what it sounds like. I mean, it's gonna sound like a bass. And even if I went AB, I'm pretty much convinced at the distance I have here, if I went AB with other DI boxes, we'd be hard pressed to hear difference in a YouTube video. This is where it's at. I don't know. It feels really nice. It active? Oh, that was active. Haha. Wait. Now it's passive. It feels very, I don't know, I'm there. I don't know if that's usually there or if that's the M303. I have no idea. That is a thumping low end. Oh, it's giving me the peak. See that? Might want to pad it. Now I would have to gain it differently on the board. The board is a PreSonus Studio Live. Try an acoustic. This is a silent plug, that's why I can just plug it in and out. This is a Dewina O-Star. I don't know. I know this guitar with this speaker in front of me. It does feel different, but I cannot tell you why. The top end feels nicer. I usually plug into the stage box directly from the PreSonus, but this feels cleaner, more immediate, not rounder, just more hi-fi. Okay, that's all I can really tell you about the M303. If you're in the market for a DI box and you want to spend the money, then go for this, because I don't think you'll find much nicer things. But who is it for? Is it for the hobbyist at home? No. But if you have nice instruments, you owe it to those instruments to go for the good stuff. If you have a studio and you're taking money from people. Get the good stuff. You're a PA guy, you're a front of house guy, and you're using these on a nightly basis. Yeah, then get the good stuff, because it'll last. Warranty, all that shit. We've said it before. So that's my appeal. I also really, really like the people from Grace Design. They're great musicians in themselves. They don't do this because they're nerds about the fiddly bits. They are, but they've got ears. They write good music, and they're also really the nicest people. And I like to push stuff from nice people when they make good stuff. That's really all. I'm gonna link to some stuff below where you can get the M303. If you're buying a DI box, consider it. That's all I'm saying. This was not a very technical video because I don't know technical. I know this, and this felt freaking awesome. Thanks for watching. Animals at the end.
It's only for tonight, let's pretend that's the start, not the end. Imagine a life